Welcome back everyone to the Hello World Guide. This is the fourth episode of our C++ beginner series, and if you remember in the last video I said that we will learn the how the output and input stuff works in this video, and that's what we are actually going to do in this video. So you can see here we have got our int main here, and we figured out how functions and stuff works, and now we need to figure out how this line is actually working. So the first thing that you need to understand is what a string is. So a string is basically like it's basically like a text, a piece of text. So the reason it's called a string is because it's like a string that holds like multiple characters. It's basically a collection of characters in the most simple terms, and that actually is what it literally is in C. But in C++ we have got better options. We'll discuss those later when we discuss the string class. But for now, understand that whenever you see like double quotes, so double quotes, not single quotes. Single quotes can only enclose one character. So whenever you see double quotes, you should understand that this is a string in between it, and it's a string literal, which means it's not like a variable. We'll discuss those in a second too. So basically this is like a string literal, and you can put whatever you want in here, and that is a piece of text that can be used in your program, but like it does not change the execution of the program. It only changes what the program kind of does with the string. So yeah, it's basically like a piece of text. So in here we have got this as a string, which consists of I am a human, and then we have got this symbol. We will discuss this in a second as well. So what we have got is we have got a string. So we need to kind of like put this string on the screen and kind of display it on the screen. So how are we going to do that? For that, as I said before, we have got this IOStream library, which stands for input output stream. And now in C++, and this might be a bit familiar if you're programming in some other languages, but if you're like programming in C, you want to know about how this concept. And if you have not programmed at all, then you will also need to kind of like learn it from scratch. So the idea is that we have got streams of characters. Stream is basically, it's like the literal word stream. You kind of throw things in there and they go to the other side, to whatever that is. So we have got in input output in C++, standard library works using streams. So we have got a stream for output, for input, for error output, and other stuff. So we have got a stream here called cout, which is a stream of which is stands for common output, which is the main stream in which we are supposed to put stuff, and whatever we put in this stream goes to the screen. This stream, we cannot retrieve anything from the stream because it's like it's only for output, and we can put whatever we want in here. So when we actually want to put some data into the stream, we use this operator, which is called the stream insertion operator. So this operator, what this does is basically it's like two less than signs, I guess, and it basically means that so you can see that this cout, it basically means that this text is going into this cout. That's what the basic meaning of this thing is. So so this text is going into here, and the idea is that this is called like cout gets the value of whatever you have got after that. So this is how it's read basically. So we put cout, and then we put this arrow, and you don't need to add spaces, but you should always add spaces to kind of for readability. And you add cout, and then you add this arrow, stream insertion operator, and then you add whatever values you want to actually put to the screen. This can actually be a number. Actually you can put this, and then if I run my program, what you should see that I get 3455 on the screen. Let's see, and it starts, and yeah, you can see it says 3455. So yeah, that's awesome. So well, I'm going to press Ctrl Z, and the idea is that we have got this string, and this is going into the cout, and we have got all of that working. And whenever you put a statement in C++, which means something, basically anything, you need to always put a semicolon at the end of it. So this is a statement, you put a semicolon, and since a function is not a state, it's a compound statement, it contains this statement, which is a compound statement. You don't like put a semicolon here, or else it will kind of mean completely different, and it will throw an error. So you don't need to put that. But for statements inside of functions and like this using stuff, you don't put it after hashtag include, you only put it after C++ statement. This is not a C++ compiler statement, it's a preprocessor statement, which means it occurs before the compiling. So in here we are using namespace std, so we need to put a semicolon after this because this is a statement. And in here we are doing output to the screen, and we need to put a semicolon after this, and you need to put a semicolon after every statement that exists in your program, and you don't need to add a new line after every statement, but you should to make stuff more readable. And now let's go to this slash n thing and how that is works. So this slash n basically means new line. Now what's that? It means, because like if I hit play, what you should see is that I get a new line in between this stuff, which this you can see, which this is basically the stuff that Visual Studio displays. Our program does not display this, and this is the stuff that our program displays. And between this, you can see we have got an empty line, which kind of makes reading stuff a bit easier. And this is because of this slash n. So this is, so whenever you put a backslash in a program, you can put stuff a special character in here, which is known as an escape sequence. And you can put a slash and a character to that means a special thing. You can put like n here, which means new line, or you can put t here, which means tab, and other stuff. We'll learn those as we go along. So slash n basically means it starts a new line. So I am a human does this. Now another way to basically if I actually remove this slash n for example, then what you should see is that we do not get that extra line because we have removed the new line, and we should add new line or else you will get problems. And another way to add this is actually to go ahead, and obviously what you can do is you can like add these again, and you can kind of like chain things like that, and you don't need to like put a separate statement. And if I hit single quotes here, I can put a single character slash n in here, and a escape sequence is a single character. Even if it looks like two, it's actually single. And if I hit like play, not play actually, compile, then you can see it does the same effect because it's printed immediately after this. And another way to do this is to use something called a end line. Now the way these works internally are a little bit different, and this also flushes the buffer, but you don't need to worry about that for now. But what you need to remember is that this also kind of puts a new line, and that also works kind of the same way. So that does the same thing. By the way, this exists in std, so if you haven't got this line, you need to put std before this as well. For now we are going to remove all of this, and we are going to just put slash n in here. So yeah guys, these are pretty much it in this video. For this video, in this video we learned how the output system in C++ works. In the next video we will learn input and variables. So stay tuned for that, and make sure to like and subscribe, and share this video with other people, and bye.